Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I'm Randy and this is a response video to a thread started by Craig at A to Z Music Haven. And he had the idea to show the artist or band that you have the most records, CDs, DVDs, cassettes, 8-tracks, who do you have the most of in your collection? And he had Kansas, and I actually saw a few other videos, which is how I discovered his channel. I saw Aaron Mutha Alamare, who had the Beatles, which I was a little surprised, and I had Glenn Kellaway, who was the Grateful Dead, which I would have guessed someone else, and then I saw George Allen, who had Procol Harum, who that's who I would have guessed. But anyway, it was wonderful watching those videos and then discovering Craig's channel. So I thought I would jump on board. Now, for which artist do I have the most music? Now, I think Glenn Kellaway would guess Van Morrison, because I do have a lot of Van Morrison, and he's actually my favorite artist. Or a lot of people would guess Bob Dylan, or Bobby Bland, who I have a lot of music by, or The Who, who are my favorite group. But no. I have a lot of love for the Sun artists, the early Sun artists such as Elvis Presley, which I do have a lot of music by Elvis, and Johnny Cash. I have a lot of music by Johnny Cash as well, and Carl Perkins, and Roy Orbison, Warren Smith. But really, the artist that I have the most music by is, here it is, Jerry Lee Lewis. Now I'm going to start out with a couple Bear Family box sets. One has 11 LPs and one has 12. But unfortunately, I had a cubby hole that was underneath the fireplace, and it's got water damage in there. Luckily, it's fixed now, but it ruined the box for the albums, and it ruined the booklet as well. And so, like I said, one was a 12 LP set. I didn't bring them all out, but The Killer from 1973 to 1977. And then the other box was from 1969 to 1972. So those were the two sets that I had. Now, Jerry Lee, I love his early rock stuff. I think it's some of the best, and I love his piano playing. But I also love his later country stuff and kind of the stuff in between. And sometimes with all the compilations and everything, you have a lot of crossover and just to get certain songs that you want. But I'm just going to go ahead and start off with, besides those 23 albums I have on the Bear Family box sets, I have Jerry Lee Lewis, All Country, Another Place, Another Time, great country album. Jerry Lee Lewis featuring 39 and Holding, really good album. He does Over the Rainbow on this one, best version you'll ever hear of Over the Rainbow. And then you have the Golden Rock and Roll Originals, The Greatest Live Show on Earth by Jerry Lee Lewis. Sings the Country Music Hall of Fame Hits Volume 1. I'm on Fire, great kind of a comeback album, but didn't do real well. I Am What I Am. Just Jerry Lee Lewis. There's a great version of Bob Dylan's Rita Mae. But really fine album there. And then you have Killer Country. Also has the Over the Rainbow song. Like I said, great song there. The Killer Rocks On. Milestones. This is a good collection of all his stuff from his early to his country phase, put out by Rhino. Anybody just getting into Jerry Lee Lewis? If you can find this, this was a great starter, as this Milestones put out by Rhino. Then you have My Fingers Do the Talking, and they do. Then you have Live at the International in Las Vegas. You have Rare Jerry Lee Lewis Volume 1. And I've got Rare Jerry Lee Lewis Volume 2. I have Southern Roots, this is a great album. Then you have She Even Woke Me Up to Say Goodbye, which is also a great song. And then She Still Comes Around to Love What's Left of Me, which is also another great country song. Then you have Sometimes a Memory Ain't Enough. A Taste of Country. There Must Be More to Love Than This. This is a really good album as well. When Two Worlds Collide. And Who's Gonna Play This Old Piano, which is one of my all-time favorite albums. This is a killer Jerry Lee Lewis album. And I really love Too Many Rivers, Who's Gonna Play This Old Piano, which there isn't really much piano playing on that song, but No Traffic Out of Abilene, and Think About It, Darling is like one of my all-time favorite Jerry Lee Lewis songs. But Who's Gonna Play This Old Piano? Great album. Would You Take Another Chance on Me? And with his sister, Linda Gail Lewis, Together. So those are the albums right there. Then I've got a couple of 8-tracks. I've got There Must Be No More to Love Than This, which I already had on the album as well. And Would You Take Another Chance on Me, which I have on album as well. Don't have anything to play in the 8-tracks. I have a couple other Bear Family box sets on CD. I have the Locust Years. And this is a great book that I lost on those other ones. And this is an 8 CD set. And then I found this one used. It didn't have the booklets or anything else, but it had all the CDs, and that's the early Sun stuff called Classic Jerry Lee Lewis on Bear Family, this is a must-have collection there. And other CDs I have are Young Blood, Jerry Lee Lewis. And then The Session in London, which this is a really great album. It's actually, I think, the second CD I ever bought. And his version of Charlie Rich's No Headstone on My Grave is fantastic, as well as his version of, if I can find it, Trouble in Mind. Yeah, great album with a lot of help from other artists. And they got Rockin' My Life Away, Rare Tracks, Jerry Lee Lewis. There's a great version of Deep Ellum Blues on here, as well as, if I can find it, Hong Kong Blues and Lovin' Up a Storm. But then a later album, his Last Man Standing, where he gets a lot of help from people like Keith Richards and John Fogerty and Bruce Springsteen, Jimmy Page, B.B. King. Interesting album. Then I got The Killer Volume 3, Killer Volume 2, Killer Volume 1. Got Killer Country. We got from the movie Great Balls of Fire, where Dennis Quaid plays them. And then Jerry Lee Lewis re-recorded the songs for the movie on there. Then you have a Sun Material, Faraday Fireball. This is a really good one as well. And then you have the complete Palomino Club recordings here. So that's basically what I have for Jerry Lee Lewis, and I don't know how many it was altogether, but I think it's the most. Bob Dylan comes really close, but I think I do have the most Jerry Lee Lewis. Thanks for the idea, Craig, and I hope everyone subscribes to Craig's channel. Good day.